Hello there, my sweet Virgos. This is Sophie with Lady of the Unknown Oracle. Thank you so much for joining me in your reading today. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so excited you've decided to join us. And if you're returning, thank you so much for your love, support, contributions, and above all, being my confirmation that I'm in alignment with my life purpose. You have my undying gratitude. So my loves, this is going to be your general love reading, okay? Please keep in mind that the messages today do not have time frames. So if you are here, it's because there is something here that will help you close off a past situation, maneuver around a current situation, or anticipate and prepare for a future situation. So if today's reading does not resonate, please take a look at last month's reading because my readings do tend to read out 2 to 3 months ahead of when you find this reading. All right, so my sweet Virg, let's go ahead and find out what's going on with you and what you need to know moving forward, okay? So, no jumpers, okay? No jumpers, but I saw the Five of Swords in my head, okay? So, I wonder, Virg, if you are feeling defeated right now. Okay, I wonder if you're feeling defeated these days. Are you in a relationship with somebody that makes you feel kind of like at the mercy of their manipulation, right, is what I'm getting. You could be connecting with an earth sign. I'm getting Gemini for some reason. All right, I'm getting Gemini. That may not be the case. Could be Libra, Aquarius as well. Okay, feeling defensive. We're going to leave that out. Seven of Wands. I'm getting that while you may be defensive against the person that you are in a connection with or that you are connecting with, there's something that you're trying to protect from them. There's something you're trying to protect from them. Okay, you could also be connecting with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. But there is something you feel the need to protect. All right, so let's go ahead and see what's going on. Bird's eye view. What's going on for our sweet Virgo, please? Your energy is really tangible, Virgo, okay? It's very thick, very, very tangible. You're standing with a lot of resolve right now. Okay, you're standing with a lot of resolve. You know what you want, and the process may be difficult, right? But you know what the right thing is to do here. You know what you deserve, is what I should say. Let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and cut. Overarching energy is the Nine of Swords. Yeah, so this is, again, more air energy. So something that's really inciting a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, a lot of sleepless nights. Okay, underneath that is justice. Yeah, so you could be connecting with a Libra, but above all, there is something that you know has to be balanced. And again, this could kind of be what this protection is about. Now, for some of you, this could have to do with legal protection. You could be in separation from someone who was abusive to you. And in some kind of way, this could have something to do with, you know, kind of like a, oh man, what is it called? It'll come to me. You know, when a restraining order, there you go. This could be in regards to some type of restraining order that you have with this person or against this person, right? There's something, though, in terms of trying to separate yourself from this person because they are the source of this anxiety, of this depression. You have to rebalance something. And remember, with justice, in order to rebalance the scale, something must be cut out. That is the purpose for the sword, okay? So whether that means coming to an understanding, realizing something, having an important conversation, or just straight out cutting something off, right? Something has to be rebalanced. Something's got to go, Virgo. Something has got to go. And with justice being a major arcana, this is a theme, right? The decision that you're thinking about making is about to have a ripple effect and really change the outcome for other things that you've been working really hard towards in your life. So your current position right now is the moon. So you could be connecting with a Cancer or a Pisces, or you could have this in your chart somewhere. And this is really you standing in a little bit of confusion. Okay, again, anxiety, depression, right? What's making this a little bit... what's challenging your position with the moon is the Knight of Swords. So you could be connecting with an air sign. I'm telling you guys, I'm getting very strong Gemini. I know Libra is here very strong as well, but I am getting Gemini here. And with this air sign, right, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, they might be trying to communicate something different than what you are perceiving, right? You are standing very strong, you're standing very grounded. There's something that you have become very clear on, and they may be trying to convince you of something different, and that is why you are feeling very confused. You feel like something's being hidden from you. At the very least, you're feeling suspicious about something. Now, with the Queen of Cups on your mind, Virgo, you could have water in your chart, right? Pisces, Cancer specifically. Doesn't necessarily have to be. You can also have Scorpio in your chart, but what's on your mind could be your position as a mom, your position as a future mom, right? If this is someone who you've been connecting with, trying to kind of build up to a marriage or build up to a home, you're really thinking about your position within this. Now, if this is not representative of you, this could be the person that you are connecting with. And it doesn't have to be female or male, masculine or feminine, right? This is just an energy here talking about unconditional love. This could be a desire that you want, right? You just want to be loved. You're thinking about all of the emotion that you've invested up to this point. But remember that the Queen of Cups is very strong-willed, okay? She's very intuitive. And so I have to ask you, Virgo, if you are in a space where you know what you want and you are feeling suspicious of something, I would say your intuition is really on point, okay? Your intuition is very much on point, and you should really ask yourself if the person who is connecting with you, who is trying to make you think differently, if this person stands more to lose than you do. Because if the answer is yes, there is a possibility they are not being entirely honest in their communication with you. I know the Five of Swords has not come up, but it is definitely coming through strongly, okay, in terms of energy. So what's in your heart space is the Star. So you've got Aquarius now, right, in your heart space. This could also be your energy. You could have Aquarius in your chart. But you feel like there is something very faded about what's happening. You feel like there's an invisible hand at work. At the very least, you are trying really hard to move past this situation in order to gain some kind of healing, right? In the recent past, you have the Six of Pentacles. Moving forward, you've got the Chariot. So very strong Cancer. At the very least, though, if this is not a person that you're connecting with, this is an energy of you moving out of a space of imbalance, right? In order for the Chariot to move forward, that's why you've got the white and black Sphinx. It's about achieving that balance in order to move forward. Without this balance, without this particular, without this particular, what's it called? Without all the complementary parts, you can't move forward, right? So yeah, you've got good and bad, but it has to be in equal parts, right? It can't be so much bad or so much good. It's part of nature. We have to have that duality, but they have to also be even in order for you to move forward. And I feel like this is within the connection, but it's also you're grappling with an internal knowing, okay? There's something that you already know is happening, Virgo. Excuse me. But at the very least, you are getting an inkling, and you're trying to find something factual about it, right? If this is the truth, right? You're looking for a way to defend it. If this is the truth, give me a sign. If this is the truth, show me what is happening. What do I need to do next? You see yourself as judgment. In your environment, you've got the Tower. Yes, huge shifts, Virgo, absolutely. Your fear here is strength. So many major arcana, Virgo, okay? Potential outcome, Wheel of Fortune. Look at all this major arcana. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 so far. Okay? This is a big decision. Tremendous. And you know, yeah, 5 of Wands. This could have something to do with arguments you've been having with this person. Okay? If not, this could be a feeling that there might be more people involved. Okay? Because we've got Cancer, Sag, Scorpio, Leo, right? We've got Aquarius, we've got Pisces, Cancer, very strong Cancer. Okay? But above all, there's a need here to move out of a situation that is no longer serving you. Okay? And someone is trying to change your mind. Someone is trying to change your mind. All right? So let's see what's going on. For those of you who are connecting with, man, I'm getting for let me see, for the masculine energies, right? Your mind is very fixated on this feminine energy, and this could be a Scorpio. Okay, this person, you are grappling with more than one person. Okay, a Cancer is going to be entering your environment. they're going to be entering your environment, but right now you are in a situation, in a connection with a Scorpio, right? And what's really becoming the issue for you is the fact that in terms of your ability to handle internal conflict, your confusion, maybe you're you know, kind of going through a depressive state right now, Virgo. You're nervous because you're not coming through this quickly enough, right? You know you're overcoming some kind of personal obstacle, right? You're overcoming some kind of personal obstacle and you're not going through it, you're not resolving it quickly enough, because it's like you kind of get the feeling that the people who are entering your life are very meaningful because they're bringing with them tremendous energy, right? They're the kind of people that are creating like pivotal moments in your life where you don't want to let them go, right? They're giving you that feeling of, you know, this could be a potential soulmate, or this could be a potential life partner, this could be a potential friend, lifetime friend, or a mentor, right? There's something about these people that you're connecting with that it's like they offer something to your life that is so irreplaceable. So irreplaceable. And you're almost kind of getting almost like kind of frustrated with yourself, right? You're getting frustrated with yourself because you don't want to hurt them. You're kind of blocked off from them because you don't want to hurt them in you trying to heal yourself, but at the same time you can't help but feel mad at yourself, right? But you can't control that, okay, Virgo? For the masculine Virgos, don't be upset with yourself, okay? It's okay to be a little bit frustrated, but you're going to be moving through this quickly enough, okay? The potential outcome with the Wheel of Fortune, you know, is change, and very rapid change, okay? The Wheel of Fortune, the speed of the Wheel of Fortune is incredibly fast, okay? So, however, we are going to see what this judgment is here, okay? We're going to see what this judgment is here. So let's break this down. For Virgo, please, Virgo, please, Virgo, please. I'm telling you, you guys' energy is so thick. Two of Pentacles, needing to make a decision. You're in transition right now. In transition. Let's see. Which makes sense because you're going to be certain very soon. Very soon, Virgo. And certain as in, not in mind, because you already know, right? You have already kind of like that intuitive nudge, but you're going to be coming into a space of not only knowing, but executing the plan in order to start taking steps toward the outcome that you seek, okay? You've begun to realize that there's it's intertwined, what you want and what you desire and what you're doing physically, right? You're realizing now that having feelings or having thoughts is not enough to create the life you want. You're realizing that if you want something particular, you need to take the proper steps. You need to take the proper steps. You have to, you know, make the call. You have to have the conversation. You have to file the papers. You have to, whatever it is for you, fill in the blank. You're understanding that wanting it is not enough. Desiring it or knowing about it is not enough. And sometimes the conversation itself only gets the ball rolling. But you have to take dynamic, powerful action in order to allow this situation that you want to close off officially. Okay, Virgo, and I feel like that's where your understanding is coming in. Your overarching energy for the clarification deck is you. You could be connecting with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but I do feel, Virgo, that this is going to be particularly relevant for those of you who are in committed situations, most likely marriages, right? Marriages that you are thinking about leaving, okay? Because this is big energy. This is judgment. This is Chariot. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Things are changing. The entire landscape of your love life is changing. Okay? Of course, this could, with judgment here, could be some level of forgiveness, but I don't feel that forgiveness, if you do go back to this kind of situation, we're going to clarify, of course, but there is too much going on here that is not resonating with you. Okay? With justice. Right? There's a need to cut something off. Behind the Queen of Pentacles is the Six of Cups. This could be for a mother. Some of you may have 2 children with this person. Okay, but at the very least, you and this person share a past. There's something about the past that you guys share that ties you. Maybe financially, right? Maybe you guys share a business, but above all, there is something that grounds your relationship in something that would be so difficult to uproot. You almost don't know if it's worth going through this process, whatever this looks like. I'm getting divorced very strongly, but to keep it general, we're going to you know, we're going to go ahead and clarify each card, each phase to move through with the storyline. Okay, so with the moon, this is death, this is rebirth. Absolutely, Virg. Absolutely. You could be connecting with a Scorpio, right? So you've got very strong Scorpio here with the Tower and death. Okay, so at this point you've got with the moon and death, right? You've got Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We also did have the Scorpio full moon. All right, so for some of you, this is truly a purge of a lifetime, right? This is a purge unlike anything you have ever felt before, Virgo. You could have Scorpio very strong, strong, strong in your chart. But there is something here. Again, your internal landscape is changing, so that way you can make way for this external change. Okay, you could be closing things off with a Cancer or a Pisces or someone who has those very strong in their chart. You could be closing things off with someone who doesn't know what they want. Right, with the moon, they could be the one that's confused. The energies here can be interchangeable. So you could be taking on this rebirth energy where you are in a different place now and you don't want to entertain this situation with this person anymore. Right? It's not that you don't love them, but you love yourself more. And that's where this takes a turn. Right? So with the Knight of Swords, this could be that person coming in trying to tell you something differently about what you're seeing. But with the Strength card, you know what you see. You know what you see. You're standing in conviction. You are standing, again, very grounded, Virgo. You know what you want. And while you may have been holding off, maybe this is a communication, right? A conversation with someone. It doesn't have to be an air sign, although I am getting, strong air. You do have Libra and Aquarius here. And I feel Gemini in this reading. So this could be a conversation that you have been holding off from having with this person, or maybe this person has never come forward to you about how they really feel or think about the connection, but now they're coming forward and they are kind of unleashing the truth, or at the very least you have decided enough is enough, and so now you are having this conversation with the person, but it's been a long time coming and I feel like it's too late. Okay, I feel like this is coming a little bit too late. You might continue forward and try to make progress with this person, right? You might say, well, let's give it one more chance because you see yourself as judgment. So perhaps you were thinking about reconciling, especially with the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. This is someone who you share a past with, who you may be thinking that for the sake of the marriage, for the sake of the commitment, for the sake of the children, for the sake of whatever it is, fill in the blank, in the name of the business, for the sake of whatever it is, you're thinking that for the sake of whatever it is that you might be losing in the process of all of this, you want to maybe give it a second shot, maybe. Right, so, but I feel like there is such a tremendous disconnect here. With on your mind, Queen of Cups with the Star, so you could be connecting with this Aquarius, okay? But overall, there is a need to heal. There's also a very faded feeling here. With the Wheel of Fortune being present, I can't deny the presence of the divine in this particular chapter of your life. Okay, there is something truly, truly meant for you in this situation. So I encourage you, Virgo, if there is something really disheartening about what you're going through, understand that this is a necessary change. This is a necessary change. You are leveling up. You are evolving. Okay, so on your mind, where this could be an Aquarius who you feel unconditional love for, right? This could also be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. All three are represented very strongly here, who you feel a faded connection with. You could be feeling very soulmate, twin flame, soul connection, right? There's someone here who you just feel very drawn to, and you're thinking about the connection. You're thinking maybe there is something that we can salvage. Now, for some of you where there are other people involved, and I'm just getting this now, where there might be other people involved, this could be a completely different person that you are connecting with, that you are feeling very strongly drawn to, but you are already in a commitment. You could be in a commitment with an air sign, right? And seeing your fulfillment and happiness and truest blessing in another person. And for those of you who have Scorpio in your environment, right? A Scorpio or an Aquarius who you feel very impassioned for, someone that you may work with, right? This Aquarius is someone that you work with, right? You feel so drawn to them that it's almost like pulling you out of a current connection, because the current connection that you are in, you're realizing was never good for you in the first place. The thing with the Death and the Moon card, right? The Moon is cyclic. So it's over and over and over again. So Virgo, you and this person could be constantly on and off, hot and cold. Whether you're already in a committed relationship or not, it's like you guys go through bouts of good times and bad times. And it's like, even though you guys talk about it maybe, there's so much of the important stuff that you haven't spoken about, right? Why is it on and off? Why is it on and off? Is it because your love for each other was never truly there, right? And if that's not the case and the love was always there, What is it about your day-to-day life that you share that you are not actually, um, they're not honoring, right? Because you do tend to lose a lot of things over time if you're not careful. Relationships are a lot of work. So maybe somewhere along the way, someone stopped putting in effort. And so you are connecting now with somebody different. Now, if that's not the case and you have water or Aquarius represented very strongly in your chart, you're just really, really trying to figure out what it is you bring to the table. What can you do at this point to move things forward? And I think you are coming to a space where you are realizing that taking care of yourself is the most important thing. And whether that means staying in the relationship and going about things differently, or leaving the relationship entirely, you are coming to that point of needing to make a decision and protecting yourself in whatever way that might mean, right? It could mean preserving yourself within a relationship that doesn't serve you until you can come to a more convenient time, which, just so that you know, Virgo, it's always going to feel inconvenient, okay? So just always keep that in mind. It's never going to feel like the right time, but the best time is for when you're mentally prepared for it. So mentally prepare yourself, okay? But you might be kind of preserving your value within this kind of toxic relationship, or relationship that just has you feeling like you're disconnected from the person that you're connecting with, right? Or just feeling like you do need to walk away and separate yourself for a time. Because in the recent past, with the Six of Pentacles and the Three of Swords, yeah, this did not meet your expectations. In the recent past, you realized that there was something very one-sided and it tore you to pieces. Right? Three of Swords could be a three-party situation. We've got a ton of major arcana, which are representative of different individuals potentially, right? But it doesn't have to be three-party. It could three-party in a sense where the person that you're connecting with could always have prioritized their work or their family above you, for example, or just at the very, very bare bones of the Three of Swords is the fact that there was something that didn't meet your expectations. You really wanted something to turn out a certain way, right? And it didn't pan out. You thought it would be more equal. You thought it would be more balanced. And it turns out that that was not the situation here. Right? So you might be feeling confused. This could be the source of your ups and downs with this person, on and off, attachment, detachment, sadness and happiness, right? Confusion and clarity, always with this person, over and over again. And now enough is enough. Because what's coming in for you is the Chariot. This could be someone, right? With the Ace of Swords. For me, when the Ace of Swords comes up along with the Sun and certain other clarity cards such as Justice, right? To me, these are yes cards. These are indicative of the truth, the way, the path that needs to be taken. The Chariot here with the Five of Wands, the Five of Cups, I want to point out to you, these are fives. Okay, five indicates change. Okay, the Five of Wands is competition and conflict. The Five of Cups is sadness and grief, it's loss. Okay, with the Chariot, you may, what's coming in for you is this decision, right? With the Ace of Swords, this decision, this understanding, this clarity that this is what must be done in order for you to detach yourself from something that is slowly sucking away your health, and give yourself permission and the opportunity to really create a life that you are much more happy with. Right, the Five of Cups though is I love the Five of Cups because even though it is the person in the card is very grief stricken, they are still paying mind in this particular deck. At least this particular deck, the person is paying attention to the two cups in front of them instead of the three cups that have floated away. Okay, so while you might kind of fight both internally and externally with the person that you're connecting with, tooth and nail, in order to separate yourself in a way that is healthy for you and in a way that is necessary. Essentially, you are going to be keeping your eyes on the silver lining every step of the way. Okay, Virgo, so while you may be feeling really upset with yourself or upset with the situation or upset with the person that you're connecting with, you are understanding that, hey, the reason I am doing this is because I need to. The reason I am doing this is because staying here is assuring me a future that I am unhappy with. It's assuring me a connection that is no longer fulfilling. Right? Now, for some of you, this Chariot could be a Cancer that is coming in, someone who you may have felt like you lost a lot of things with, and they are coming forward with some type of communication. Okay? They are coming through with some form of communication. Now, this could still be the same person, right? That could be this air sign, right? Perhaps they have Cancer very strong in their chart, right? And this could speak back to the fact that what's making this decision to love yourself first, making it very difficult, is the fact that this person has a lot to tell you now, kind of after the fact, right? It feels too late. It feels too late. Okay? So you see yourself right now as the Judgment, okay? As Judgment. This could be a Sagittarius. But with the Eight of Swords, this is not being sure. This is not being certain of your decision. This is feeling kind of trapped even. Needing to make a decision, but feeling unable to kind of bring yourself from a mental space of, yes, I can execute this decision, to, yes, I can execute this decision. Right? Like, no, I can't, to yes, I can. So because the Eight of Swords is strong, you know, air energy. Okay, this is strong air energy. So this is thoughts, right? This is your insecurity. So while you know what you want to do, you don't exactly know how to go about it. Okay, with the Tower being in your environment, Seven of Cups. This to me feels like three-party. Okay, the Seven of Cups is, you know, it can be confusion and having multiple options. It could have multiple people on the table, Virgo. But with this being in the environment, I have to wonder, because especially the way the Seven of Cups is represented in this card, it's like tainted innocence. Okay, somewhere along the way, you and this person shared something very innocent, something very pure, something very deeply rooted in the fact that when you guys are together, you're very playful. The fact that when you guys are together, you're very, you know, at peace. There's a realization now. There's a realization that something has entered the picture that has essentially bastardized the connection. Right? There was something that was real, right? There was something here that was very real, and it still is real, but real in a sense of something that felt like it could be permanent, right? That soul tie, that soul connection, that forever after feeling with this person that has basically been botched, right? And so for those of you who are connecting with a Scorpio, please be mindful, okay? Please be mindful that they could have other people involved. Right? They could be involved with others, and they wouldn't necessarily they wouldn't be ready to commit to you. Okay, if you're connecting with a Scorpio here. This is somebody that may not be ready. They're going through a shakeup in their life. They are going through immense changes. And so you might be uncertain about how to go about this situation with the Scorpio. For those of you Virgos who are dealing with a Scorpio, let them go through what they're going through. Let them be where they are. In the meantime, focus on your own evolution, because you're going through a lot of healing yourself. Okay, you're going through a lot of healing yourself. So right now is a time for you to be on your own, on your solo mission, right? Take care of yourself, your emotional, your internal state, and just kind of ready yourself for if the opportunity presents itself later. With your fear being strength and the Nine of Pentacles, it's like you're afraid of being single. Okay, now you could be connecting with a Leo, right? And you are kind of afraid of them being happy single, right? The thought of them being better off without you actually makes you really, really sad. Okay, even though you know what needs to be done, right? You're afraid of making this decision because maybe, depending on where you sit in this particular connection, you could be afraid that they're going to be better off financially than you, right? That without them, how will you fare financially, right? It's like, maybe you're afraid that they've been holding back financially. Maybe this is when you're going to figure out that it turns out that they've been perfectly fine without you all along. Like the kind of truths that are going to be revealed as a result of the separation or moving forward, and without them, you're not ready to know that they're actually perfectly fine without you. That is something you're not prepared for. Right? But here's the thing, with the Wheel of Fortune, in your potential outcome is the Knight of Swords, the Three of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. I'm going to pull one more for you, the Hierophant. So for those of you who are thinking about leaving a marriage, I have to say that I do see that. And I do see that for some of you, where you don't instigate this change, the person you're connecting with will, because the Knight of Swords is appearing again. Okay? The Knight of Swords is appearing again. The same Knight of Swords that is here making things difficult for you, who might be speaking to you, who might have been holding a lot of things back. Maybe they still are holding a lot of things back. Right? You are suspicious they're holding things back. They are coming through with the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Wands, as if, you know, three of Wands, Eight of Cups, and the Hierophant is separation. It's walking away. It's creating distance. It's looking to a future where walking away, especially with the Hierophant, this, you know, being a commitment here, walking away from a commitment that you don't see a future with. This Hierophant could be a Taurus that you're connecting with. Okay, so for some of you who have a Taurus around, that you are leaving a situation with someone who is not stable, right? You are going to be removing yourself from a situation that did not feel right. And as you walk away from this person, remember how I told you with the Wheel of Fortune that the speed is very fast. So is the Knight of Swords, lightning speed, okay? that the sooner you move away from this person that you know things are not right with, the sooner you're going to bump into true commitment. Someone who is really looking to put roots in the ground with you and create something without any intentions of ever leaving. They know what they want. There is no confusion surrounding whether or not being with you is the right decision. Okay? But you're resisting. You, Virgo, you're trying to do what's right for everyone. And I feel like in the midst of all of that, you're not doing what's right for you. I do feel that this particularly resonates for those of you Virgos who are married with children. Okay, I feel like, again, divorce is coming through very strongly here. I feel like you are wondering whether or not this is something that you should do. And I say, Virgo, if you guys have tried everything, and if you've had these conversations and you feel suspicious because something in the past has shown you that certain boundaries you have in place have not been respected, then the question here for you is, can you live the rest of your life with someone who you know does not respect your boundaries? When you say no, it's not no, it's how can I get around it? How can I lie to them so that way I can say yes and still have what I want? Can you live the rest of your life knowing the person that you go to sleep next to and wake up next to is not being honest with you? Now, some people will say yes. Some people will say yes because they need the financial stability. They need what other things that this person offers, the commitment, right? Some people say yes, it's a small price to pay considering the things I would lose if we were not together. That's fair, right? To each his own. To each his own, right? To each his own. Okay, if that's what you need, then that's what you need. But you have to ask yourself honestly, is this person the end all be all for me? Or is this something that I could really see myself just becoming insane over later? And you have to ask yourself, because when it comes to situations like these, it's not about the kids. It can't be, because the truth is the more your relationship with your spouse or your partner deteriorates, the more your child is going to see that, the more they're going to internalize that, and the more that's going to reflect in the kind of relationships they think are normal as they get older. So it can't be about the kids, because if you knew that that was the effect, if you could see that effect that deteriorating relationship would have on your children and all of their future relationships, you would never want that for them. And so you would remove them from that type of situation. So staying when you know you're unhappy is more of a fear response. That's more of a, I don't want to feel the pain. I don't want to go through the inconvenience of what this divorce might mean, knowing that you might be happier for it. Right? So really be mindful, Virgo, and ask yourself, what is the best decision to make for you? Okay? This isn't about the person you're connecting with. This isn't about the kids. The kids are going to be fine. You're Virgo. For God's sake, you're Virgo. You keep your feet on the ground always. Your conviction is so strong. Right? Those are your cubs. You would never let anything happen to your children. If you were by yourself, you could single-handedly take care of everything with them if it came down to it. It's not a matter of them. You do everything that you need to do for them to make sure that they're okay. Yes or no? Right? So it's not about that. You know you can handle anything life throws at you, but sometimes you get scared, and that's normal. We all do. Okay? So ask yourself, what do I need from this? Because I feel like this message is most relevant for those of you who are really at the brink of again, the type of separation that's going to change the way, the whole dynamic of your life. You have so many major arcana here, Virgo, so many major arcana, and with the star appearing twice, the wheel of fortune appearing, the tower, this is all faded, okay? So please do not have fear here. I know, having that kind of shaken up, that anxiety, that's normal. Absolutely, we're only human. Okay, but with the star card being here in the Wheel of Fortune on the Tower, this is divine intervention. This is something that is long overdue. This is something that needs to be changed in order for you to get into better alignment with the better parts of your life, the parts of your life that are really waiting ahead for you. Okay, it's a straight shot from here. Okay, if you're wondering how quickly this will be over, right? If you do take a step forward and you say, you know what, enough is enough, things are going to resolve so quickly, you'll wonder why it took you so long to do this. Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Swords, this is so fast. This is so fast. As a result of the separation, you might find yourself moving, and within the next month, you would be happy as, little peas. You and your children would be like little peas in a pod, right? Or you and your new life, little peas in a pod. Just depending on where you fall in these situations here, in this storyline, right? You would find yourself, like a month from now would be completely different than where you are now. This would resolve really quickly. And I feel like you know that, Virgo. There's nothing here that isn't surprising to you. Okay, this is a situation of having been a long time coming. You've seen it coming for a while. But it's coming to a point now where things are being shaken up. And now, if you really need to do this, now is the best time, because certain things are coming into your space. Certain people, certain synchronicities, certain things that are making exiting a little bit more convenient, right? Maybe you got a raise at work. Maybe you got an offer to leave the state or leave the country to do, to do a job in a different place, right? And that would mean separation from your partner, but hey, you're feeling really discontented with your partner, so that would actually give you a reason. As an example, Virgo, right? So it's coming to a place now where you're seeing that your life ahead outside of this connection would actually be pretty much situated already. It wouldn't take you much. You wouldn't be picking up the rubble and being left on your knees crying, right? It's kind of like you're kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out already. So just be mindful, Virgo. You are coming up as yourself in your power, okay? So I know this might be scary, but this is all divinely guided. And at this point, if this is your reading, you feel this, okay? If this is your reading, you feel how much easier things will be getting the more in alignment you are with leaving a situation that no longer serves you. All right, but this is definitely an end of something between you and this person and the beginning of something new. All right, Virgo. So my friends, I'm going to leave this here. All right, I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. If this resonated for you, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to know where you are. Please like, share, subscribe. And just know that I am loving you from the bottom of my heart. I know that this reading was very specific, but this was for someone. Okay, this was that someone needed this. So I love you so, so much. Take care. Be gentle with yourself, okay, Virgo? And we'll connect next time. I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I'll see you next time.